Welcome back, everyone. It is Monday, June 16th in the MLB. Our two favorite picks are on the way on a very short slate in the MLB, but hopefully we've cooked up two winners for you guys. That's what we did yesterday. We cooked up two winners for you. As always, it's Austin, joined by Logan. Logan, let's recap yesterday. Noah Cameron, under and earned runs. That's what we love to see. Shutouts, 5 shutout innings. We had that Gore parlayed with Kyle Harrison. Gore did his job. We were waiting to sweat out some Kyle Harrison, and then this fella, Mr. Rafael Devers, gets dealt, and Kyle Harrison, we didn't get to sweat out his start. So we'll cash that one. I think it was minus 170-ish. So I guess we'll take the winner. And then Shane Baz didn't give up any earned runs, but we'd like to shout out Pete Alonso. I'd like him to be investigated because he definitely bet the under. That man came up his first time with the guy on third, second time bases loaded, third time a leadoff walk, I think, by Soto, instant double play. He absolutely nuked us yesterday. The guy that leads the MLB in RBIs. He didn't get one yesterday, but hey, we'll bounce back today, Logan. We're not complaining about a 2-1 day. Hopefully, we can have a 2-0 day today. We're going to cook up two winners for you guys. Like I said, it is a short slate, so not going to force a strikeout sheet or anything like that. We're just going to have these two plays, and hopefully, they both cash. A reminder: our NBA video was posted last night. You can go check out that Game 5 of the finals. I've yet to lose a player prop there. So knock on wood, go tap into that. It was posted last night. Let's dive into my pick. Then we'll go to Logan, and then he can throw it back to me, and I'll talk maybe about some other things I looked at. But let's talk about Zach Eflin, who my favorite pick is under 6.5 hits allowed. Now, it's a little bit juiced, minus 145 at Caesars. On a short slate like this, I had to grasp at straws for things I like, and I really like this pick. I looked at maybe adding something to reduce the juice, but with such a limited slate, there's really not a lot of other MLB props out there that I love, and there's not I could go to the NBA, but I don't really want to involve that as well. Although if I had to pick like an NBA leg, I'd looked at Tyrese Halliburton 10 points or like Aaron Nesmith to make a 3, but I don't want to lose there. I'd rather just play the minus 145, call it a day. Now, Zach Eflin will make his return to Tampa, where he faces his former team, the Rays. Now, he's already faced them a couple times since they traded him last year, but it is worth noting he's returning back there, and maybe he wants to turn it up against his former squad. Now, last year he did face them twice. He went over once and under once. He had 2 starts. I believe he had 4 hits in one of them and then 8 hits on the road in Tropicana Field. They're obviously not in Tropicana here, but if you look at just this pitch, I mean, giving up 7 hits, just not easy. Now, it's a little bit easier for Zach Eflin. He's a guy that does not walk guys, so it's like teams are coming up there knowing strikes are going to come, whereas like a guy like, for instance, when Logan faded Kevin Gausman a few days ago, he walked a bunch of guys. Eflin's not normally a guy that walks. If he does, hey, if he doesn't want to have command today, albeit I'll take as many walks as he want. But still, giving up 7 hits isn't easy, and he's under this line in 6 of his 9 starts. Last year, he was under in 20 of 29 starts, and we've seen over the last month, the Rays were coming off a big series against the Mets, sweeping them. Still, they faced 21 right-handed starters, and 5 of those 21 have given up 21 or 7 or more hits. So again, 16 of the last 21 righty starters have gone under this line. Now, like I said, Eflin is a unique case because he is a guy that doesn't walk a lot of guys, whereas maybe the Rays might be a little bit more patient. But even so, the Rays at home in June, they have one of the lowest walk rates. So again, they're not really, out there walking a ton. And we know Eflin go out there and get the easy ground balls, get out of innings and stuff like that. And we've seen in June, the Rays are batting .255 at home, which is about 12th best. So good for them. But they're first in K percentage. So maybe Eflin can ring up some strikeouts. I mean, heck, we'd prefer a strikeout than putting the ball in play and potentially seeing an error that they count as a hit or something like that. I just think giving up 7 hits is not going to be easy. He's going to have to really not have command today. Pitching against his former club, I think he can go out there and shove and at least pitch pretty well. He'll be out there for 6, maybe going into the 7th inning. I think if he's in the 7th inning, he's probably not giving up the hits. The one start he gave up the 7 hits or 8 hits to the Rays. He gave up 3 in his final inning. Then they had to take him out. Let's hope that doesn't be the case today. Zach Eflin, we need you to pitch well. You can give up 4 or 5 hits. Let's get a easy, sweat-free victory. Minus 145 on Caesars for 1 unit is my favorite play of the day. I have one other I looked at, but I'll let Logan give out his favorite pick, and then I'll dive into maybe some other things I looked at. Logan, you have an earned runs prop going back, and we're getting it over. Who we fading today?
Yeah, yesterday you mentioned the Pete Alonso menace to the earned run market, but that's not going to deter me today. My favorite pick of the day is Dylan Cease over 2.5 earned runs, minus 110 odds on DraftKings is your best value there. Now, Cease just went 7 innings pitched. He masterclassed the Dodgers, 0 earned runs. He only allowed 3 hits too when he faced the Dodgers, but that was back in San Diego. So one of my favorite things to do is historically in baseball, and when we've had positive unit seasons, is find a pitcher that's seeing the same team in a very short time span, and this time they're on the road and fading them in a divisional matchup, and that's what we get here in Dodger Stadium. The Dodgers are the best home offense in many metrics. I really do think they capitalize on Cease today. I think they get 3+ earned runs, and that's really all we need. In the previous start, as I mentioned, when he masterclassed them, yes, it shows up as a 0 earned runs in the box score, but he had 5 walks in that one. The Dodgers just weren't able to do anything with those walks. And again, that is what we call poverty in terms of hitting with runners in scoring position and capitalizing on pitchers' mistakes. But there's nothing we can do about that today if they want to do the same. But I think they're going to be a lot better today. Why? 6 of the last 9 right-handed pitchers to face 20+ batters at the Dodgers have allowed 3+ earned runs. It's not easy to go into Dodger Stadium as a righty and go under that 2.5 earned run line. It just isn't. And Cease's home ERA, home road splits are something I like to look at. 3 ERA, but his road ERA is a 5.65. So you look at that road ERA, it's just ballooned almost to 6. And one of the reasons why that road ERA is kind of high like that is because he's allowing a 194 batting average with runners in scoring position where at home, and then on the road 379 batting average with runners in scoring position. Really crazy contrast there of a home road splits for Dylan Cease. Again, I hate the matchup for him today. I think he gets absolutely rocked. Last season on the road against the Dodgers, Cease went he gave up 3 earned runs in 5 innings pitched. So again, kind of limited outing for him in that one, but he still gave up 3. And the Dodgers lineup hasn't changed significantly year to year. I mean, the same guys are still going to be in there today. So hopefully they do get to Dylan Cease. And one of the approaches that I really hope they take today, I was talking about it with Austin off camera, is if they can just be patient against Dylan Cease, get into like a 2-0 hitters count or whatever, because behind in the count, Dylan Cease is allowing a 292 batting average when he's behind in the count. You'll have whatever pitch you want if Cease gets behind in the count today. So that's what I hope the Dodgers can do, because he did walk them several times. They just didn't do anything with it. This time they're going to be a lot better. I hope they take a different approach to him. I hope they just look for the pitches you want to hit. Do not swing in the dirt today, Dodgers. They're hitting 278 at home on the season, which is incredible mark really for a team to hit at home. Hopefully they can do it today. Hopefully they can get 3+ earned runs on Cease. I'd love it by the second inning. Wouldn't you love a no sweat bet, Austin?
Hey, man, I would love one of those. Get him out of there early. Get a Yerfy Nation up and moving, because Shohei Ohtani making his MLB debut for pitching today. We'll see how that goes. I know everyone will probably ride with that Nerfy. Hopefully the Dodgers ruin that one. But as for another pick I looked at, Logan, I was taking a peek at that Phillies and Marlins game. I think the Fish have a chance at winning that one outright. I don't think I trust them. I think I would just take probably their team total over. But the Fish made Mackenzie Gore work yesterday. We saw that. And while it is McAble, lefty versus righty, I still think they can put up some runs. And that's kind of what happens at home. I know a lot of people just looking at it, -130 for Phillies money line just feels a little bit too easy to just go in. That's easy parlay like. I mean, maybe it hits. I don't know. But I think the Fish are at least an underdog barking a little bit. I mean, Sandy has terrible splits against the Phillies, hence why everyone's going to back him. But maybe back in Sandy's Beach, maybe he turns back the clock and starts to pitch well in Miami. I don't know. I'm not getting on there. But that is one I looked at. I also looked at his Dylan Cease fades, looked at his under and outs. Hopefully the under and outs cashes because he gets rocked for 5 runs. But to recap our 2-pick card, keeping it simple, Eflin under and hits allowed, and Dylan Cease over 2.5 earned runs. Those are only 2 picks. Like I said, NBA Finals, Pacers versus Thunder. Game 5 video is already live over here. I'll have a long shot parlays video live in a little bit, and hopefully we can go 2-0 here, 1-0 in the NBA, and cash some of our long shot parlays. Either way, it's Austin Logan. We're signing out. Let's have a good week this week, and hopefully continue this momentum into Dinger Tuesday, which we'll see you guys back again there tomorrow. See you then. Peace.